How's it going, everybody? Basically what we're doing today is just some really very simple color correction. So let's get started. What we're going to do is first select your layer, go up to Effect, Color Correction, and go all the way down to Tint. Now do the same thing, Effect, Color Correction, but this time go to Curves. Okay, now on your tint, okay, oops, hold on a second. On your tint, right where it says amount to tint, you want to reduce this. Now, depending on your picture, video, whatever, you're going to have to adjust this. Now, I'm putting this at about 31. That does not mean that you're going to be putting it at 31. You have to decide what looks better. Now, so that's done. Now, click Curves, okay? Now, on the curves, on the RGB, what we're doing is you're going to be taking this and you're going to be dragging it down. Okay, so we're just going to drag it down just a little bit. Okay, actually we're going to go up a little bit more for that. All right, now right about here, I like to just give it some contrast. I like to put a point right here, bring it down, and then put a point about right up here and bring it up just a tad. Okay, so that looks about good. Now what we're going to do is back to where the RGB is, we're going to click on it and we're going to color correct it now. This is where the color comes in. Okay, now it gets a little confusing if you want to make things blue and all that kind of stuff because of the way they, what looks better. For instance, if you want to make it blue, it's a good idea to click green. Bring the green up a little bit. Then go into the blue and bring it up a little bit. And that's basically color correction right there. So that's, making blue. Now, let's say you want to make another color that's not on here. Like, for instance, orange is not up here. Well, that's when you kind of have to know your color charts and stuff like that. Now, if you do want to make orange, I know that you click on the green, bring the green up, and then you click on the red and bring the red up. And that will give you kind of an orange look. But yeah, that's pretty much color correction. You just add a tint, adjust the amount, go to the RGB, make your adjustments here, and then you just have to start playing around with the color until you get something you want. But the key is really to make sure that you have a tint. Now, sometimes it doesn't play or come into an effect. Like, for instance, here, if I remove the tint altogether, this is what we have. Now, this looks okay. But that's because this picture is very, high resolution. It's a very good quality picture. But certain videos, when you don't have that quality, it's a good idea to add a tint because, at least from what I get out of it, a tint basically, when you do a color correction with the curves, the natural colors in the picture, these two will kind of compete. So you're color correcting, and these have all these colors, and it's just they compete. So by adding a tint, what it does is it kind of reduces the colors in the picture and allows this just to be like the dominant color, whatever you're choosing this to be. So that's why I add a tint a lot of times, because I feel like it reduces the competition between these two in terms of the color, I guess you could say. But that's basically what you do if you want to color correct in After Effects. You just kind of add curves. Now, again, there's a ton of other things. I mean, if you go into the color correction panel, you have all this stuff. But from what I've found, basically you just add a tint and a curves, and you're pretty much set. Now, depending on your footage, you might have to do some other stuff. But for the most part, just tint and color. Tint and curves. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching. If you have any suggestions for any templates, tutorials, anything at all, just post a comment, send us a message. Alright, so thank you for watching, and you have yourself a nice day.